Oh, okay, we're doing this.
Oh, hello.
We're recording.
Oh,
Okay, guys, I'm so excited. Savannah is hosting Team Call tonight and is going to share about all things social media. She is in a group with Shalene Johnson and Brock Johnson,
yeah,
or is it just Shalene?
yeah.
And so she's learning so much. If you don't know, she is a lifetime one-star diamond coach. She crushes her business during the busy seasons while working at the school, we're working at a restaurant. If you have an excuse that you don't have time, you need to follow Savannah because she freaking gets it done and you can learn so much from her. So, without further ado, Savannah, go ahead and share away.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm not one for excuses, everybody. I don't like them. Um, okay, present. Here we go. So yeah, there we go. Okay. So I've been part of this group for a while, and then I'm like, I need to dive back into it. And I think this will be really helpful for a reminder for all of us because I even like changed a couple of things on my IG just recently from um what I learned from the trainings in here. But I highly recommend it. But I will try and share as much as I can as I learn so that you can benefit from it too. But basically, we're going to go over all things social media today, and a lot about it is Instagram. So this is such a hot topic. I feel like niche, niche, whatever is like so. I hear it all the time. Like, what's your niche? What's your niche? What's your niche? But if you want to grow your Instagram, you need to hone in on your target audience. This is so important because your following will not grow if you don't have a niche or a target audience. And honestly, we all should be doing that because that's one of the things that's on your tracker. Like, who are you talking to? Who are you speaking to? So focus on a specific subcategory, a group of people, or a problem that you are addressing. So this should also be in your bio, which I'll talk about. Um, oh my God, sorry, my computer, I swear. Now I lost it. Exit. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's try this again. Hold on. Ugh, hold on. Resume share. So sorry. Chad, do you think I'd be good at this when I taught online? Okay. There we go. Okay. So you should be addressing a certain focus of people. So for example, I help overworked women reignite their passion and create time and financial freedom. That's kind of something like I'm going for. Um, and then something that I see a lot of people do is like I help postpartum women regain their strength if they're having a baby. It can be like whatever, just like specific to the point. You could either talk about like helping. I know, and actually I'm just gonna go to the next slide because I have examples on here from people that I work with. So let's just skip to the point. So setting up your bio, like that niche should be in your bio. Okay, it should be very specific, to the point, clear and concise. You don't need a lot of wording in your bio. You don't want that. So your mission statement, so your niche, who you're trying to serve and how you're going to serve them, that should be in your bio. So you need to also establish your credibility. So like, have you lost a bunch of weight? Have you made six figures? Have you transformed postpartum mom, help postpartum moms find their passion? Have you helped the busy mom or a busy working woman find time freedom? Whatever. I don't know what it is, but it needs to be in there. And then there always should be, you'll see CTA in here, and you'll see that a lot in like social media talk or business network marketing. You need to have a call to action for your new followers who see your page. Like, what are they supposed to do when they come to your page? You need them to direct them somewhere. So I updated mine a little bit. So here's mine. I have Sammy's on here and then my friend Brittany. You can see that I kind of like, I talk a lot about myself as a hype woman. That's kind of what I thrive off of. So I put that in my bio. I'm going to be your hype woman. I'm going to hype you up. I'm going to message you. I'm going to slide up on your side. I'm going to be in your DMs. I'm going to celebrate you along the way. Like, that's kind of my jam. And then right now I'm building my dream life in pockets of my day, and I'm trying to help other people do the same. And that's literally what I do. And I've also lost 30 pounds through Beachbody. And then I have click down for more info, and that goes to my link tree with my links in there. Sammy is a former teacher who turned her passion into health and wellness into a full-time job. That is like so simple and to the point. And I know if I'm going to Sammy's page, what I'm going to see in her feed. Like, she shares all about all the time. My friend Brittany, she talks about all the time. I mean, she has post killer transformations, how she lost 83 pounds. And she talks about, you know, being a full-time Beachbody coach. So I know that when I go to her page, I'm going to see that. And she also talks about PCOS, a polycystic ovarian syndrome, polycystic ovarian syndrome, whatever. That's a huge, I mean, that's a common problem in a lot of women. So I know that I'm going to go to her page and that's what I'm going to see. So the next thing I'm gonna talk about is stories versus feed. What should be in your feed and what should be in your stories? So your feed is meant to serve, connect with, teach, educate, inspire your existing audience. And this is also an opportunity to gain new followers. So your chance to find new people, that's gonna be in your feed. So your feed should all be about your niche or the problem or the people you're serving, basically. Few exceptions would be like, you want to be like, we don't want to be robots, right? We want to talk about anniversaries, our birthdays, the holidays, your family life, but like that should be the exception, not the always. Okay. So your always should be serve, 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 serve. The exception should be like, I am a mom. I do have kids. It's me and my husband's anniversary. Like we want to know that we're not robots, but that should be like sprinkled in there. It shouldn't be your whole feed. Okay. Because we are a business and this is your business profile. Let's just be honest, or you're a creator. Okay. So your stories are people who follow you and they want to get to know who you are. I cannot stress that enough. We are not robots. We are not fitness robots. We don't just want to see your workouts. We want to see everything. I think a long time ago, I know Sammy made it a point to tell me to listen to one of these national wake up calls. And they talked about like, we should be seeing different parts of your house. We want to know where you live, where you work, what your car looks like, what your dog looks like, what are you drinking? Like that is the time for people to get to know you on a different level than just a health and fitness coach. And that's why, like, don't be afraid, and I know none of us are, to share that you're drinking wine, that you're eating a cheeseburger. Like people want to know those. Exactly. Like people want to know those things. They don't want to think that you like live this strict life and that you only work out and meal prep. They want to know outside of that. So your stories is where you get to open up about your multiple passions. Like on my feed, you're not going to see that I like to hand letter. You're not going to see that I'm working at the restaurant. Where you are going to see that is my stories. And that's where people are going to connect with me because that's how I gain their trust and that you can see who I am as a person. And the big thing that I talk about in these trainings I've been watching is for your stories is documentation over creation. Creation is your creative side, your content, that's going to be in your feed. But your documentation of your lifestyle and who you are as a person, that's going to be in your stories. So that's kind of the difference between the two. And I really like that. And then last but not least, super important is that the people who are most successful build the most trust. And you know where we build the trust? Stories. That's really and like responding to people, commenting on their stories. Like that's how we build trust. And the big thing is like, you don't need to have 5,000 followers, 11,000 followers to make the most money. You need what we call in the trainings lifers. You need those lifers, those people that keep coming back for more. They keep watching your stories consistently. And 3 years later, they finally join you to build a business, or they finally join you to these workouts you've been doing for 3 years. So that's where you build the trust, is your stories. Oh, there we go. Okay. Reels, my favorite to talk about. If you're not doing reels, you need to get on the train because that's another huge way you're going to build your following. So minimum 4 to 7 a week. A good rule of thumb is 1 per day. Okay. It's nice. My tip to you is to I like to go through and save them and then come back to them, and also just make a bunch in a row, change your outfits, whatever, have them saved in your drafts, then push them out when you want to. You should be using 2 to 4 pieces of text. They said the biggest mistake people make is just posting them and there's no text. You want to put some text in there, something, little something. You should use sound with approximately, this is like a rule of thumb. Again, it's like if it's over or under this, don't say, oh, I can't do it. You should use sound with approximately 100 to 1,000 other videos. And I don't know if people know what that looks like. See, Maria just posted this blowing up right now. So if I go to Reels right now, it's probably hard for you to see, but I can see the arrow down the bottom. That means it's trending. But if I click on that audio, it tells you up top, and I know it's hard to see too, especially because I'm little. This audio has 4,957 reels. It tells me at the top how many reels already made. So I'm not sure I want to do that one. It is trending, but it already is it's kind of on the upward trend already. And I bet it's going to fall soon that was what they recommend. So that I wouldn't use that because it's on the downward. But if it's on the upward, it's in that 100,000 and you see that trending arrow, use that audio and use it soon, because that way you're going to blow up when you do it. Use transitions, effects, movements, all the fun stuff. Honestly, guys, it might look stupid at first. I was not the great at transitions and all that stuff, but it comes with practice. Just like anything else we do in life, it comes with practice. You want to use hooks. So like, this video is for blank. This video is for all you dog moms. This video is all you busy mamas. This video is for you teachers. Like, people want to, that will hook people, like, hey, that's me. I'm going to keep watching because I'm that person. Think about who your target audience is, because honestly, the algorithm, if you keep focusing on your niche and your target audience, that's going to pop up on their reel feed. Okay. Here's how to blank. Here's how to get the most out of your day. Here's how to make these amazing cookie bars I make that are gluten-free, whatever, just fill in the blank. Have you ever blank? Keep watching for how to, or whatever. So those are a couple of just little hooks that you could use for an example. What also they recommend is use the second to last font option. So if you look at my reel today, that second to last font option is what I used. Okay. It's that big cap one. It's really easy to read. So it's really easy to read and it's the least likely to glitch is what they recommend. And then, also every time you make a reel, you better share that reel to your story, because story views on your reel that's on your story count as views on the reel. Okay. So like, if someone else shares it and it gets that, like, seriously. So if Justin Bieber shared that to his story, you'd get 5 million views just from Justin Bieber. That's highly unlikely, but a girl can dream, because I love me some Bieber. But it will get your views going and be like, hey, yo, sis, share my reel, share the love. And you should always add a call to action. If it's something that's call to action worthy, do it. So like, I put on mine, like, see caption, and in my caption, I had a call to action in there. So like today I talked about, are you going to work your teaching job until retirement? And I said, no. It was like this, whatever, the audio worked out perfectly for it. So in there, I said, DM me for more info or click the link in my bio and I'll get back to you to 24 to 48 hours if you fill it out, the application, my coaching application. So always put a call to action in there. Oops. Growing engagement on your stories. And this is the same national wake up call I was thinking about earlier. So if you're lacking engagement, I didn't put this on here in my notes, but get off of your stories for 24 hours. Totally. I've done this a couple times. 24 hours, no stories at all. Okay. Then come back here with a rage of fire of polls, engagement, slides, like, do all the things and your stories will go up the roof, your viewers. Okay. And you love that. We love that, because now you have more people to talk to. Don't use hashtags. There's no rhyme or reason to hashtags on stories. Instagram doesn't care. Okay. So don't even bother putting any hashtags on stories. You want to post more stories. And so you need to have opportunity to engage, which equals more viewers. Like, Instagram will favor you and it'll put it on there first in people's thing if you have opportunities to engage. Okay. So post stickers, and you can respond to your own stickers. It's always nice. That's why, like, within our team, we always click each other's things, because that ups our engagement. That's what good friends do. So always do that to your friends, because we want to boost each other's engagement. Right. But like, if you post a question, like, I wouldn't recommend doing this because they say not to, but like, if I said, like, what do you want to see more in my feed? You don't want to do that, because that's a lot of work for your audience to like go and think of things to say. Like, you want to make it easy for your audience and your people to engage. So for example, dogs or cats, Halloween or Christmas, summer or spring, like, those are easy for people to click on, and that's going to boost your engagement, which is going to increase your story viewers. So something that, a lot of people do is we always post quotes, right? We always post inspirational shit, or we post the funny wine stuff. Add a slide bar that like just says like, oh, people, that's easy. I love that slide. Agree or disagree. That's easy to click. And every story that you post, ask yourself, how can I add engagement to this? Can I add a sticker? Can I add a swipe bar? Can I add a question? Like whatever. And if you're talking on your stories, please, for the love of God, add the closed captions. Okay. Cause I watch stories all the time at work, but I don't have the sound on. And if you don't have your captions on, I'm sorry, next, I'm out of there. That's just being honest. I would say 9 times out of 10, people do not have the sound on when people are talking. They're looking to read it. So please put your captions on. And then the biggest thing that I want you to take away from this is consistency. So none of this is going to happen overnight. Okay. I think Sarah Jennings is a perfect example of this. She always is on her stories, always. And like she has gained such a huge following. And like literally, I don't know if you guys follow her or not or listen to her. Like I go to listen to Sarah. Oh, what's Sarah doing today? What's she talking about? What's she doing? Like, because she has built this storytelling vibe and she shows up in her stories all the time. And now she has a following to match it. And it's because she has shown up for like the past, I don't know, 4 years of like being consistent with her business. It doesn't happen overnight. You need to be consistent and you need to take all the tips I just talked about and you'll see a difference. You'll see it in 3 months, 6 months, a year, 3 years, so on and so forth. Okay. I feel like I need a glass of wine to wet my whistle here, or a drink of wine, not a glass of wine. Okay. On to the next. Marketing. Okay. So like I said earlier, followers don't equal money. It's the trust that you build with your current followers or you lifers. Or as you call them, lifers, I think is what I meant to say. You want to build those lifers that keep coming back to your stories. Like I know we all have those people that keep showing up on like watching our stories and engage with our stories. You want to keep building those people. So there's 2 types of things that we want to focus on. Curiosity marketing. And I know every coach in here tells their new coaches, do not show the labels. Do not say Beachbody. You want to build the curiosity. Like, what is that happy? Like, call energize, whatever you want to call it. I call it happy juice. I've called it that from day one. And people still to this day ask me, what is your happy juice? It's because I've coined energize as happy juice. Call it whatever you want. But people keep coming to me and asking me what that is because they're like wondering, like, what is that like stuff she's drinking? Why is she always taking dry scoops of it? Why is she having it at 5 p.m. at night? I don't know because I love it. So it's simply not showing the whole picture. We're not lying to people. We're just not showing them everything. We want them to come to us. And if you show too much, there is zero reason to buy what you're talking about. They're gonna be like, oh, I see she's doing this move, or oh, I see she's eating this, this, and this, or I saw a lot of it, not from us, but like a lot of it from the gut protocol, like everyone's sharing way too much about it. I'm like, honestly, I could build my own gut protocol based on what people were sharing or or I call it, gut protocol. So like you want to leave crumbles, not the whole pie. Okay. Just think about it like that, like crumbles. And attraction marketing. And this is kind of like where I'm at now. I feel like I use both of these, but you don't have to constantly sell, 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 sell. People can smell you're desperate. Okay. You want people to come to you. Okay. You want to attract, you want to build that FOMO. And that's why it's so freaking important to go to team events, to go to Beachbody events, to do power hours, to get group workouts, like all that stuff we're sharing on our stories. People are like, oh, like I need a community. Like I can see what they're doing, or dang, she's getting up at 6 a.m. with these other girls virtually and they're doing workouts. Or damn, that St. Louis trip looked fun. I still have people talking to me about St. Louis. Like you can still share about those things. And honestly, you can talk about, even if you weren't able to go to those things, talk in your stories about it. Share photos from our pages on your feed. Like these are my friends. This is my team. You want to build that FOMO, 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 not sell, FOMO. Okay. So think about it like that. Like we have, and we say it all the time, we have this opportunity, this gift to share. We're not selling, we're sharing. Excuse me. And if you're creating that FOMO, people are going to come to you. Oh, excuse me again. Jeez. Apps that I use. Honestly, it's gotten dwindled over the years. These are the only apps I really use. Lightroom and Filter. So a Filter, FLTR, is where you get all the presets, and Lightroom is where you can add them. Guys, people want to go to your feed because it looks bright and pretty and inviting. Like I didn't know what the hell I was doing when I got these. Sammy showed me these a long time ago and I will never look back. You need them. You need them. You need them. I think Filter's like $20 for a whole year of presets, and you can edit and do photos like that. And then Lightroom is where you can use the presets. And if you need help with this, like we can help you. Canva, love Canva. That's how I make our slides. That's how I make this PowerPoint. That's how you do your shout outs when people hit emerald, your recognition. Like you need Canva. Canva is great. There's like, I think there's a free option, there's like a $6.99 option, and there's like a premium option. I have the premium option because I love it. TikTok. So if we're making reels, you might as well post the same reels on TikTok. I've been doing that lately. I'm getting some of my stuff is starting to, I've been consistent with it, like the posting the reels and now posting on TikTok. And in my TikTok, it's really short and sweet. And then I direct them to my Instagram. Because you never know, like, why not? If you're already doing the content on Instagram, you might as well post it on TikTok, and you might get some people to follow you on Instagram. So it's like you're already doing the work. Why not post it in two places? So yeah, so those are like the basic apps that I use. And here is your homework. Do a bio check. What does your bio look like? If you need help, ask one of us. Look over your Instagram feed. What do your posts look like? Do you have too much of health and fitness? Do you need to sprinkle some other stuff in there? How many reels are you posting? And for the love of God, please read some personal or listen to some personal development for your inspiration. Like I get it all the time. Like, where do you get this content from? Or how do you know what to post? Personal development through and through. Like there's so many good ideas and things that spark your interest from doing and listening to personal development. And start messing around with reels. Save the ones that give you inspiration. I know, like, I literally just go through like, oh, that'd be cool. Oh, I know I could put my own spin on this, but trends are fun and great, but like if it doesn't go to your niche, then don't do it. Like just don't do it. But it is nice to sprinkle some of those funny ones in there. I'm going to be honest. Like those are the exception. You want to stick to your niche, but you have those exception ones in there too. So like, yeah, okay, that was a lot of talking. But seriously, start messing around with
So
reels.
good.
Start
So
messing around with reels. Woo. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. So today, for example, like with my reel, I did an 80-20 reel because that's what I preach, right? But tomorrow, wait, is tomorrow Friday? Tomorrow I have a reel that I pre-recorded that I'm going to talk about drinking in, because like those funny ones, they're going to get people to follow you, or like people will like your page, and then they're going to be intrigued in like everything else that you're sharing. So those funny ones are good, to reel people in, so then they can see the rest of your stuff too. But yeah, that was so good, Savannah. I love your homework assignment you gave everybody. There was a few questions though.
Okay,
scroll back up.
Oh, I see one. How much time do you spend on making a reel? I think at first when I was first learning, I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, TikTok overwhelmed me. And then Instagram became TikTok in a sense with the reels. It took practice. And I know Sammy and I are a little bit of control freaks, and our lips have to match the words. But it, like, seriously, I seriously, when I'm making the reels, I like say it, okay, 10 minutes. I say it over and over again, like out loud to myself until like I match it up. I practice. I would say it takes me a couple takes. But honestly, like it comes with practice. Like a reel to me is better than no reel. Honestly, at this point, like reels are it, guys. You need to practice. You need to practice. And you'll get better with time. Like I probably can go back and show you some ugly ones of mine if you really want some to see how much I've grown, because it wasn't all rainbows and butterflies. I would say tops 10 minutes tops, I guess. Sammy, I don't know what you think.
Yeah. And so I've been loving recently, there's like so many reels that have like a beat drop and then it switches. So you can do like literally a before and after picture. It takes you 10 seconds to upload that. Like you don't have to talk, you don't have to videotape your face. Like the one I did today, I just did a bunch of pictures and videos that I already had on my phone. So, it literally took me 10 minutes to scroll through and like crop everything down to where I wanted it. And I just make the captions super simple. And like, if you're new and getting used to reels, like videotape your dog to a sound, or, there's so many things that you can do that doesn't need to be you lip syncing what it is. And find the easy ones, find ones that are short, like 7 seconds, and start with that. Don't start with one that's like back and forth like crazy. Start simple and do what you can, and then go from there.
Literally look at the one I posted today. It was 5 seconds. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, like find the easy ones to start out with, and then you can like have fun with it. Like it just takes practice.
Yeah. And then there was another question about how can you find the trending reels? Do you just search for them, or is there a way to like actually look
Yeah.
to find them?
So actually I go on the reel page and I just scroll and then I see the arrow that's like in the corner. So if you go, so if I just, so I'm just on the reel button on the bottom. Okay. So if I click that and I'm just, so I can see right away, this one's trending. That's the example I showed you guys, but it already has 5,000 videos. So if I keep scrolling, again, this one's trending too, because it has the arrow in the bottom. Okay. But if I click on this sound, see, this one has 458,000 videos. So I wouldn't do that one either, because that's going to be on the downward trend too. Missy Elliott, she's, a lot of these are trending. Like I keep finding trending ones. This one has 21,000. So yeah, maybe I might do that. But also, but if I go to my page here and let's say I'm going to add, so I'm going to make a reel. Let's click reel. And if I go to audio, some already pop up. Oops. The audio already pops up and I see the arrows there, like arrow, arrow, no arrow. So I can click and listen if I want to do that. And it tells me, okay, so Good Times Go Too Fast by Dylan Scott. That one only has 463 reels made of it. That's a good one to pick because that's in the lower, it's trending, but it's going up. So when you do something with that, it's going to blow up. So I can do it that way, or I just like swipe and look at the reels page. I get inspiration and I see what's trending.
And I was thinking about something when you were talking about like making reels and switching your shirt. A lot of times if I find a reel and like I got ready and looked cute but I don't know what I'm going to say for the reel, I'll make it and then just save it for later until I can come up with something that I think would work with it. So like a couple days ago, I posted when I recorded it, but I didn't know what I wanted to say with it quite yet. So I just saved it. And then when I thought of something, I was like, oh, this works perfect with that reel I saved. So I'll make them without initially knowing what it's going to be about. So then when I do think of something, then I can post it.
And get comfortable with doing them in different places. Like the other day I did it at the bar we were at outside. So like Matt's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing a reel. Hold on. Like, because people want to see different places, different, like seriously, like be that good friend that takes cute pictures of your friend when you're out and about. And do live photos, because then it has some little movement in there. Okay. That is key. Live photos. We love the live photos.
And same with talking on your story too. Switching up where you're talking on your story from. So don't do it in the same place in your house every single time. Like switch it up, change the background, because people are going to get used to them and be like, oh, she's talking at her desk again. Like, so try to change it up if you can.
Yes, 100%.
I think that was all the questions. Oh, Jess said, what am I doing wrong? Because I tried a dry scoop a week ago and I choked.
I know it's funny. I talk to my, because I get that a lot too. They're like, how do you do that? Half scoop at a time, guys. They don't know. They think I'm taking the whole scoop, but I'm actually taking a half a scoop. I don't know why. Like the sticks, I can just do it, but when I'm taking the scoop, like I just do half. I don't know.
Yeah, the sticks make it so much easier, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then let's see. Oh, when you were talking about not sharing like the names of things in like Beachbody, because when you say like, oh, Beachbody, and like I do it sometimes too, but if you do it all the time or like say the names, people can literally just Google it and go to Beachbody's website and buy it. Exactly. So that's like the attraction marketing, the not giving them the full thing, because you want them to buy it from you so you can earn commission, because otherwise they're buying it from Beachbody's website and getting assigned to a random coach. So they're still buying it and they're still doing it, but you're not getting credit for it. So that's, why we say that.
Yeah, and
they benefit you.
And they're honestly signing up because they like you. They're not signing up because of Beachbody. They don't even know what Beachbody is yet. They trust you and they've seen your results over time and they want to sign up because of you, not because of Beachbody.
Yeah. And that's why it's so important to share in your stories, because you could share something and they try it and like it, whether it was a recipe or a type of wine that you shared, cereal, like whatever, you name it, they tried it, they liked it, now they trust you. So if you tell them that these at-home workouts are amazing, they're gonna trust you now. So that's why it's so important too to sharing your stories about your life, about other things, because yeah.
Yep.
So this was such a good call. I'm glad we were able to record it.
Yeah. Well,
But
this-
does
yeah. Sorry.
anyone have any other questions?
All right, I'm gonna stop the recording.